It'll go away. What is up, everybody? We're just starting just in a second here. We got James.
What's up? What's up, guys?
We got Alonso.
Alonso Alonso.
And we are super, super pumped up today. We are so excited to have you guys because literally we really, really want to help you succeed in your current business. We are super passionate about just all the different techniques and stuff that we're using currently to blow up our current business, and we want to share it with you. So, just make sure to hang tight, and we're going to get started here in just a second. James, do you have anything you want to sing or anything you want to do for people?
No, man, I'm good. Let's do this. Hey, real quick though, guys, those of you that are already here, man, hit us up. Let us know in the chat that you're here. I see some of you guys already, but let us know if you can hear and see us. Okay, we don't want to be talking. Just keep, we don't want to keep going if you can't hear us. So let us know, and we'll just start rolling here in a minute.
Cool. I'm just gonna start. Looks like we got a full crowd. I'm so excited that you guys are here. And for those that don't know me, my name is Bob Beckett. I've been in the industry literally since I was 14 years old by complete accident. Right? I just stumbled upon something that worked, and before you know it, I was making a really good income at 14. Fast forward 18 years later, I've still been doing this full time. I've built multiple probably about 15 different six-figure type income streams over the years, and I'm really passionate about helping people grow their businesses, And actually, as you probably know, since you subscribed and you came onto this webinar, I've been on the road for literally 45 to 50 days. I don't even know. I'm losing count now. And my wife and 4 kids, we live in Ohio, sadly. No, just kidding. If you live in Ohio, OH, right? But so it was like negative 10 degrees, negative 20 degrees out. Horrible weather. We got ice storms. We got blizzards, and I'm on top of my minivan, like you probably heard in the video, like falling off, like trying to strap this thing to the top, and I'm just like, let's get out of here. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't take it anymore because it was like 3 weeks of like negative 10, negative 20 degree weather, and we was like, let's just leave, right? And we do this over and over again. Usually we go to like Florida and stuff. But this year we were going to try to make it all the way through, but it's just so bad. And this year we went to Arizona for about 4 weeks. We went to California for a week. We went to Las Vegas for a few days. And now I came up to see the beautiful Salt Lake City area. And I just got to show you this because I left the snow. And then all of a sudden it starts snowing here. Like yesterday it was 80-degree weather here in Salt Lake City. I'm at my buddy Tim Davis's house, but now you can't really see it, but it was like a blizzard just a minute ago. Literally horrible, back to snow. So I'm just like, should I go back south again? I don't know. But that's the awesome benefits of being able to run your own business and living that laptop lifestyle, right? So hopefully we get to share some stuff with you that can really benefit you in your business today. And we just, it's a great honor that you're here with us. So James, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. So first of all, guys, thanks for being on the webinar tonight. I've really been in the internet marketing, network marketing space for about 9 or 10 years now. For the most part, I struggled for the first 7 years or so, and made a little bit of money here and there, made a little bit of money, so that I really got hooked into the industry, because the first time I actually put up an ad online and somebody purchased my product that I had no clue who they were, didn't even know what state they were in, but literally the marketing worked on the internet, I was hooked, man. I was like, I know that I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do as my career. I'm going to run a business. I'm going to use the power of the internet to do it. And so I've really been hooked. But a couple of years ago, I ran into some information that really changed my life. And people say that, and it's sometimes a cliche, but it's really true. I was working a job at a tire factory at Bridgestone. I didn't work in a tire store, but I worked in a factory where they make tires. There's no air conditioning in the summertime. I smelled like rubber every day when I went home. I worked a rotating shift, and I hated my job. But I started learning some things about list building, about traffic online, and it really it dramatically changed my life. I mean, I went from making $4,000 a month at my job to now we'll have months where we do 50 or 60,000 dollars in sales in a month. So I quit my job, my wife quit her job, and this is the stuff that we do full time, and I absolutely love it. I get to, I think in the space of about 6 weeks, I've been to Orlando, I think twice, been to Destin, been to Pensacola. Been able to travel and do the things that I love, and it's not that we just travel and don't work. It's we can take our work with us, and we can work a few hours a day and travel and see the people that we want to see and do the things that we want to do. So I love it, man. I'm also a part-time missionary. I travel the world and preach the gospel. I go into college campuses. I'm going to Honduras twice this year. I'll probably be in Brazil once, maybe twice. And that's really why I'm doing this stuff. So I've been incredibly blessed by, first of all, God, and I think that He really led me into this industry. So, man, I'm pumped that you guys are here. Really, tonight is going to be a value night, right? We're going to share some things with you guys. It's not just going to be about recruiting. It's not going to be about selling. We're going to show you guys stuff that we've done that has changed our business, and then by doing that has changed our bank account. So I'm pumped to share some of that stuff with you guys tonight. So with that being said, man, Alonso, glad to have you on the call. I know Bob and I, we do these webinars all the time. Alonso, this is the first time I've been on one with you, so go ahead, Bob. You got something?
This is the first time I've been on with Alonso as well. I'm really worried about it. Not at all. Not at all. I just want to say real quick, I just want to edify him a little bit because, I didn't know what to think about him because he does all these crazy videos and all this stuff, and I got to meet him in person in Arizona. He's one of the coolest guys I've ever met. He's so freaking cool. And he just doesn't care, right? Like, he is just all up in there, like, belly to belly. He will do whatever it takes to get the sale. He doesn't care what anybody thinks. He will do. He's just ground war. Like, this guy he just does it, right? So that's why we have him on here tonight, because we wanted to do a mixture of like all online like we do, and we wanted to have somebody that we know for a fact gets literally like 1 to 2 signups a day in our particular business opportunity, and these aren't cheap ones. Usually it's around $499 plus just to get in for the products that we buy, right? So he does this on a consistent basis, and he's going to leave some huge nuggets, I'm sure. I'm hopefully going to learn some stuff myself. Hopefully he unravels all the secrets and all that stuff for us. But without further ado, I'm super excited to introduce you to Alonso.
Hello, hello. All right, guys, little story about me, okay? I'll start from the beginning. Not the beginning, but to understand where I came from. I grew up as a spoiled kid. What I mean by that is my dad owned McDonald's restaurants. We owned 4 stores. I had everything I wanted. I drove his Mercedes, his BMWs, his Porsches, everything. 16, 17 years old. Everyone's like, man, this is the owner's son. So I had it all. And long story short, we had it all. Believe it or not, we lost it all. We had 0. And we had to come back, okay? So when that happened, I started a sign company from scratch. We built ourselves up again, started making money, had to learn everything all over again. Because of the sign company, that we had to go in the streets and hustle and get orders to stay alive, to keep food on our tables. So because of that, I learned a lot of things in the streets, as far as, business-wise. The right way, okay, guys? And when I joined my business that I'm in, I used a lot of that to get people in. And it's funny because when I joined, a lot of things I was doing, people were not used to it. They're used to doing things a certain way. And I'm the guy that thinks outside of the box. You tell me something, and I'll tell you, you know what, let me try this. And people tell me, don't do that, it's not going to work. And I'll say, you know what, I'm going to try it anyways. I'm the type of person that I'm going to try it until I prove to myself it don't work. I'm going to get it done. And a lot of the stuff I've done has worked. And when I'm out there doing it, I find other ways to do this and do that and do that. And somehow I get a sale off of it, and I'm like, oh my God, hold on. And that's what I've been doing. Another little story about me is I'm how do you say, start doing videos. Maybe about 4 months ago, I was nobody. I was, somebody, of course, But I was nobody online. I was a regular guy on Facebook, liking things, commenting, trying to figure how do I get myself like Bob and James, and how do I be big like these guys? That's one of my dreams. So I did something dumb one day. Okay, let me show you. I got this phone, right? And I noticed there's technology on here. Technology on this phone is a camera, right? I started using a camera. One day I made a video, of me drinking the drink, whatever I'm doing, and it took off. Made one video, people laughed. I was like, oh, okay, that was funny. That was kind of funny. So next day I made another video, and I kind of got a kick out of them just laughing at it and say, hey, you're pretty funny. You're interesting. So that's what got my business going. It got to the point where I was doing, so I do about 3-4 videos a day, which is dumb. But, yeah, I leverage YouTube and Facebook, and I'm not just a person on Facebook with a little image and all. I'm a person that has a voice, that has a face that can move, go back and forth, move my hands, And people like that, and they're like, man, he's a character. So they get to know you, and they fall in love with you, and then from that, they want to join you. So that's kind of my story.
I will say this to break in. I actually, in our company, it's a $200 million a year network marketing company, and in this company, James Starr is my business partner, and he had a separate account. But between both of us, we literally broke all the records in the company for fastest growing in the ranks, right? And then James so I hit executive in the company, which took the person before that like 11 months, and then James hit it. What was it, Star or Diamond or something? Anyways, really high numbers. We broke all the records in like 3 weeks, right? And what I'm trying to say is, when I go down to this event in Arizona with Alonso, barely anybody knew who I was. Everybody knew who Alonso was because he's the video guy. So that should tell you something. Like, everybody's like, oh, you're that video guy, man. And I'm like sitting here like, huh. I broke all the records. Nobody gives a crap. No, it's all good. That woke me up a little bit. Like, man, maybe I should like get out there a little bit more. So, anyways, we'll get more into that, Alonso. Unless you got a couple more things to say.
It's funny how I inspired you, Bob, because now I see videos all the time.
Yeah. So, yeah, you definitely inspired me to do more videos because, yeah, that's the only way they're going to actually, like you said, really see who you are and really know who you are is if you're doing videos and getting out there. So keep that in mind. That's a huge tip right there. And we'll get into more like how you started creating the videos and like getting over your fears and stuff like that in a little bit. But James, why don't you go ahead and like just start with the whole training aspect of this, and we'll just get these people on their way so they can start crushing it in their business.
Yeah, so let's go right into it, guys. One of the things that I always try to get over to people when they're starting out in internet marketing and promoting a biz op or a network marketing company is that when you really simplify everything that we do, what we're doing in this space is really a very simple concept, and you only need 2 things to absolutely crush it online. You need 2 things. One is you need an audience to speak to, and number 2 is you need to have influence or credibility with that audience. You need to have influence over that audience so that when you say something, so that when you speak, when you do a video, when you write an email, that people are listening to you, that people will take action based on what you say. And so when you break it down, that's all that you need in this space. And you have to understand, we're going to go into these 2 things throughout the rest of this webinar and really kind of talk about number 1, how do you build an audience? Number 2, how do you actually get credibility with that audience? And then we're going to go into some secrets of selling and recruiting, some very specific things you can do that I think will really change your business. By the end of this webinar, you're going to know how to do something called bonus stacking. If you stay till the end, you're gonna get access to see how we actually do this, and it's something that we call bonus stacking, which resulted, I think, in Bob and I had one day because we put this particular bonus stacking strategy in place, recruited like 10 people at $570 each in 24 hours, right? Because of this strategy. I'm telling you, if you learn this and implement this, it can absolutely change what you're doing. I mean, it's just a crazy thing. So, Bob, I was going to go into. You want to go into kind of how we launched? Whenever we launched into this new network marketing company, you want to kind of talk about the process of what we did, just really short, kind of give a brief overview of what we did.
Yeah, the first thing that I recommend that you do, and I don't know if this is where you wanted me to take this, but I will just tell them.
Hold up, real quick. Hold that thought. Don't forget what you're saying. If you guys are already promoting something online right now, leave a comment.
Yeah.
You know, put it in the chat below the video. Let us know. You don't have to tell us what, but just tell us if you are. Just say yes, I'm promoting something, or no, I don't have anything to promote. Let us know in the comments so that we kind of know who we're talking to, and how we can kind of direct the conversation to really help you.
I may have you guys, now I don't know how many people are friends with me, but I may actually, I like to engage with people on my Facebook wall, so I would really like you to engage with me. If I put a comment on the wall and I share the screen, I'll share it, and then hopefully you'll leave some comments and engage with us and let us know that you're with us. So instead of just using the regular commenting, we might try that tonight. But yeah, so should I start?
Yeah, let's go. Because the reason I want to go into this first is because a lot of you guys are in companies that are not new. Like, they've been around for a few years. Like the one that we're in, I'm not going to talk about that right now, but the one that we're in has been around for 10 years. So when you jump into something and there's not that new like buzz about it, and there's not that new feel to it where everybody wants the new thing, like how do you grow a business like that? So let's go into that on kind of what we did.
I like how you put that, because you have to become the buzz, right? People join people, right? So you have to literally become the reason that they want to join your business opportunity. You got to remember that in this industry and in all of business, right, it's 97 and 98% of people are failing, right? So if you can be the person that they want to join, or somebody that's helping them, right, more than their current upline is, there's a great chance you can build a whole team based off of your wisdom and your knowledge and your servitude towards them, you know, just wanting to help them. But how do you portray that? How do you get that out there, right? So one of the ways that we did it right out the gates was we found somebody in our company that was somebody huge, right? Somebody that had a huge social presence. And this is what I recommend you do in your business right now, is think about somebody that has a huge social presence, the kind of person that when they put a post, it could be a dumb picture, it could be just a little text message on Facebook, and all of a sudden they get 300, 500 likes. That's the kind of person that you want to get on a Google Hangout or something, right? And the great thing about it is people naturally push you popular by association, right? So because you're associated, because they're spending time with you on this hangout in front of people, and it doesn't even have to be a huge event. It could be, you know, this will be recorded, like the one you're watching right now. I guarantee you, you know, thousands of more people will watch the replay of this particular video. So you use this as a tool, as a system for your company, right? You go after the big guy, and don't be afraid, okay? Because these guys, if they're true networkers, true network marketers, there's a great chance that they'll be like, hey, yeah, I'll jump on a call for 30 minutes, 45 minutes with you. Especially if you're on their team, or if you're looking for a team to join or a new business to join. Scout out somebody huge. Be like, hey, if I join, will you do a hangout with me? So I have this huge bonus to give to all my friends and stuff. And basically, on that, all you're doing, you could be a complete newbie, right? And if you ask the right questions to get them going, like how do you sponsor all these people, how do you grow these teams, all this stuff, they're going to attract a lot of people, right? And what did I say before I got into this? I said, if you are giving them more value than their current upline, there's a great chance they're going to just join you. They're going to be like, heck yeah, what are you doing? You know, drop everything you're doing, and all of a sudden you're also becoming more of an authority in your niche, because one, all you got to do is show up. So if you jump on a hangout like this or a webinar, first of all, 9 times out of 10, people won't just do that. right? They're scared to get on a webinar. So just you being on a webinar with somebody of an authority figure just makes you, you know. So anyway, so is that what you wanted me to get at?
Yeah, so we're going to get into that stuff like next. So kind of what I'm really trying to get at is what did we do specifically a couple months ago when we joined this company. We went from 0 to, I think we had like 97 people on our team within a week and a half. And then by the end of 30 days, we had a rank advance and broken a lot of those records and stuff. So that's really it. What Bob said, that's really what we did. As soon as we got in, and guys, if you're promoting something online, I don't care if you're promoting a product as an affiliate or if you're in a biz op or in a network marketing company, you can relaunch right now. You can relaunch this week and create that buzz that Bob is talking about. So that was really part of the formula that we did. As soon as we got in, we found someone is actually, someone in our upline that had a lot of credibility, a lot of influence already in the space, and we said, hey, you come on our hangout, we'll bring the people, right? And he's like, heck yeah, I'll do that, okay? And so we did a webinar. Exactly. We launched the webinar. Bob and I didn't even have a clue what the comp plan was. I mean, literally, we had absolutely no idea how any of this really worked. And then, I mean, literally, we used that one hangout and then the replay of that hangout to bring in 97 people. So it's it's powerful when you get into doing hangouts and webinars. You don't even have to be a good presenter. You don't even have to be good at selling. If you can just learn how to turn on a Google Hangout and get somebody else to come and do the presentation, man, it will change your business. One of the things, Bob says all the time that I always steal it, and I'm always the one that says it, but is, the internet is not your business. The internet is a bridge to build your business. So the internet is not what we do. We use the internet to talk to more people. That's it. And so webinars and video and hangouts, man, these are things that absolutely changed my life. I hit a point where I was doing, $15,000, $17,000 a month in sales at one point a while back. And one of the things that really jumped my income was when I started doing hangouts and webinars, when I started doing live events, and it just changed. And I've been doing them ever since because we always make money from them. We just always do. So
the thing is you could literally talk pretty bad, and still there's just the respect factor that you're doing it and they're not. People join. It's crazy. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So that's it. Again, it comes back to those two things. So we started we launched a webinar, right? So we brought people to the webinar, which is the audience that we needed. And then how do we get influence with the audience? Well, we're going to go into that next. How do you actually gain influence with your audience? One of the ways that we did that, and I want your guys' thoughts on this, but one of the ways that you gain influence with your audience is you have to gain trust with them. You have to get credibility with them. How do you do that? One of the easiest ways is to get in front of them and talk to them face to face, just like we're doing with you guys right now. One of the things that I've seen in my business over and over and over again, Alonso, I know you get the same thing, and Bob, I know you do too, is that people say, James, I've seen your videos, I watch your videos, and I just know that you're genuine. I can tell that you're telling the truth. Well, why do people say that? It's because I do videos all the time, and after you see someone a certain amount of times, or if you're around them long enough, you can just tell. You can just tell if someone is telling you the truth or if they're not. And that's one of the fastest ways to gain trust, I think, is through a webinar where you give content, you give value, you share things that will really help their business, whether they want to work with you or not. And at the end of the video or at the end of the webinar, you have a special offer for those people. And I think it's really just offering something in value to them that is worth more than the money in their pocket. And when that happens, they're going to give you money in exchange for what you have. And so, does that make sense, guys?
That's good.
Tons of sense.
So yeah, I want to know, like, Alonso, like, so let's talk about this. So we're going to talk about traffic and how to really get the audience in front of you and all that kind of stuff in a few minutes. But like Bob and Alonso, what are some of your thoughts on how do you gain influence in this industry? Like Alonso, I know you said 4 or 5 months ago, nobody really knew who you were. You were just kind of on Facebook liking and commenting on stuff. So what were the things that you did to gain some really influence so that when you say something, people are actually watching your videos, people are what was it that you did? What are some of the things that you would tell people on how to gain influence and gain credibility in this space?
The main thing is make videos, okay? A lot of you guys are shy out there. It's okay. I have team members on my team today. I'm showing them how to make videos. And they make a video, and then they inbox me, and they said, I did 20 takes. I said, why'd you guys do 20 takes? Just do one. She said, well, I don't know if I look right, and my hair was... And I'm like, who cares? Who cares? It don't matter. I said, you know what? The first take you did, just post it. She said, oh, I don't know. People are going to laugh at me. I said, it's perfect. If they laugh at you, it's because they care and they know you're a real person and you make mistakes, right? So people like real people. So that's the key. Don't make like right now I'm making mistakes. We're not editing it. I think it's real. You guys know I'm a real person. Don't edit your videos. Record it. The first video, post it up, and see how people react to it. You learn by video 2, 3, 4. You'll be a pro. I make a lot of mistakes, guys. And the other key in your videos, use hand movements. Okay? If you're somewhere, use hand movements. Get them excited. Because if I'm like this and say, hey guys, how you doing? My name's Alonso. I look boring, like it's sick. You can't do that. But if I'm like, hey man, how you doing? It's Alonso, blah, blah, right? They're excited. You watch your videos and say, this guy's on fire. What's up with this guy? Man, they just want to grab you and just join you. So guys, that's the trick, okay? And then your tone of voice. You can be excited. You can be scared. Like a lot of us would be scared. I was scared the first time. Like, hey, how you doing? This is Alonso, and and hopefully you guys join my business. That's how it was. So people just started laughing, and then I was like, oh, it'd be funny. I became a character. I make videos with sunglasses. I make videos with I'll turn my lights down in my room, put disco lights, or like, what's going on in there? But it grabs their attention. Okay, it's all about thinking outside of the box, grabbing their attention. I live in Wisconsin. I made a video. It was 0 degrees, and I thought, you know what? I want to grab their attention, so I put my camera out, right? And it was 0 degrees, and I was freezing like this. The jacket, I mean, you can see I was red, and I made a 5-minute video. So guys, I want to get your attention. So 0 degrees, I'm making a 5-minute video. I was crazy, and I got their attention, and they all commented, "You're crazy." Great, got their attention. So I know who I was. They heard my video, and what I do in the videos to make sure that I know they're paying attention, I give them something. Comment below, I like the video or something, and they'll comment below, I like the video, or this was awesome, and they'll comment, this was awesome. That way I know they're engaging. So guys, that's just a little tip on the videos. Don't be shy.
So Alonso,
yes.
Have you been through like a lot of sales training and stuff?
None.
Okay, so like Alonso is naturally doing what some of the top sales guys in this industry will teach you to do. Like one of those things is to command attention, right? Or to capture someone's attention in the first few seconds. So like Alonso's just naturally doing it, right? I don't know how you knew that, but like that's awesome. I think that's cool. Bob, you have any thoughts on how to?
Well, if you're, I love Mexicans, so don't get me wrong. I call him my little Mexican. I always wanted a little Mexican. It's an inside joke. But it's just really cool because he's like, hello, what up, man, what up? He just doesn't give a crap, right? So it's so cool, and I appreciate that, and I respect that. See, I gained instant respect for him because, at first I'm like, what is this guy doing? Is this even working? And then when we met, I'm like, dang, man, this is just great, And one thing that you said that I really liked is just do it, basically, right? And there's a quote, I don't know who made it, but it's fail fast and fail often, okay? And all that really means is stop being a perfectionist and just do it, right? So if that's what's holding you back, like in your mind, here's another thing. If something scares you, that probably means that you're supposed to be doing it, right? Because that's your next step in where you need to be focusing on. So if maybe you're not ready for live hangouts yet, but maybe video is like, like I don't know how I'd look, and like look how I'm dressed. I threw on a hoodie, under this just a regular T-shirt. I remember back in the day, everybody was getting dressed up with their ties and like trying to act all sophisticated and stuff, but nobody likes that, right? People want to feel like they're literally sitting across the table from you just having a conversation. and just you're like with them. Right? They like reality TV. Why do you think reality TV is so popular? It's because people liked real. They like, well, not that all reality TV is real, but people like to feel like, you know, this is a real thing, and they get to enjoy other people's lives and stuff like that. So that's where, well, I could actually give a tip with that. Like, for instance, on this 45-day road trip, I'm doing videos. I'm saying, oh, look at this, we're at the Grand Canyon. Oh, look at this, we're doing this. Oh, look at this, I'm doing this. And I recommend that you do the same thing in your business. Start having the habit of taking little mini vacations. Even if you think you can't afford it, I guarantee you can't afford not to. Okay? Because people join people because of lifestyle. People join people because of perception of you. So if you're going out there and you take your wife out, your kids to, like, you know, the indoor water park or something that they have in Ohio. I don't know if you guys got those things because you guys have nice weather down there with palm trees. But you know, take them there and make sure to, like, show it off. Be like, oh man, thanks to, you know, my XYZ business, you know, I'm able to spend time with my family and all this stuff, right? So, and it's the truth, you know. So just perception is everything. And back to the fail fast and fail often. Just start making the videos and watch what happens. Just keep making as many as freaking possible, as fast as possible. And before you know it, you're just going to be, it's just going to be crazy. Believe it or not, I hated webinars. I hated the thought of webinars until like a year and a half ago. Like I was terrified. I was like, I ain't going up in front of there. What if I like freeze or something like that? Or like, what if there's like something on my face? Or like I get there and I'm just like, like all these thoughts in my head. I was terrified of it, but it just so happened to be one of the biggest breakthroughs. Like just like with James, it like quadrupled my income like overnight. You know, so it's pretty cool. Anyways, go ahead, James.
Yeah. So real quick, you know, one of the things that we talked about already, you know, before we were talking about how we launched in this company is doing webinars. You know, that's another great way to gain credibility in this space. And what I mean by that is if you can host webinars and bring other leaders on, or if you can do interviews where you're interviewing other leaders in the space, what happens is even if you're not really recognized yet, just by the you know, doing webinars with those kinds of people automatically start to associate you with that caliber of business leadership, right? Just because they see you with them in banners and on the webinar and in the interviews and they hear your names together, that's a very powerful, you know, it's a psychological thing that happens, but you gain a lot of credibility that way. One of the things that I love doing all the time, I call this my 3x conversion multiplier method, but it's really just the concept of showing results and showing proof to your audience. So like one of the things that Bob and I do a lot of is list building, right? We're always building email lists of people that come into our, they subscribe to our newsletters, and one of the things that we like to do is to show our results to our list and show people how we're building a list, show people how we're getting sales, and we'll share the concept of that, but we'll show people the proof, and then we'll sell people on the details. We'll say, hey, listen, if you really want to learn how to do this, I want you to click the link below and go purchase this product or go fill out this application or whatever it is, but the concept is showing results. I don't care who you are. It will work for anybody, even if nobody knows who you are right now. Like when I didn't know who Alonso was, I remember when I really remember when I first started seeing your videos, Alonso. One of the things that made me start paying attention is when you started doing those videos where you literally, I think you were at one of the first ones I saw. I think you were at like the shopping mall or something, and you signed up a lady that had a store in one of the malls. I think was it at the mall?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I was not the recruit.
Yeah, and it's been a few of them, but like I was like I saw you literally. You talked about how you had just signed this lady up, and you had her on video, and you like kind of interviewed her, how you introduced her to the product that you had, and I was like, man, this guy's actually going out there offline and getting people signed up. So then what happens psychologically with me? I don't really know what income level you're at, but it didn't really matter because the next time you did a video, my mind was like, man, I thought of you now as someone that's getting results, someone that's getting sales. So the next time you put up a video, what happens to me? Man, that guy gets sales, that guy gets results. I'm going to listen to what he says. Yeah. Right? There's something psychological that happens. So we always tell people when you're starting out, you don't have to be the Anthony Robbins of your industry like everybody else does. Like you see these videos all the time where people are walking around, they're like, hey guys, I'm walking my dog and I'm going to give you some value today. And you have no clue who they are, right? I don't really listen to a lot of those types of videos unless I know that that person is getting results that I want to get. And when I know they're getting results, they can talk about anything and I'm going to listen to it. Because I'm going to see what they're doing, how they're thinking, what they're saying to get the results that they are. So I think results is a huge deal, showing results that you get.
You know, the funny thing, guys, is everybody always asks me, like, I put my results on Facebook. So when I sign people up, I get in the sign, I got 2, one day I got 6. And they're like, oh my God, that guy's on fire, what is he doing? Are you doing online, offline? I said, I'm doing offline. And they're like, what? What's the secret sauce? What's the flyer? What is it? The thing they don't understand is I go out and get more no's than all of them. So I go get 20 no's before I get a yes. And that's crazy, you know. And, you know, I'll ask people how they're doing. They're saying, you know what, I'm having trouble. I talked to about 4 people, and they all told me no. I'm like, all right, well, you need to talk to about 16 more.
Yeah.
Because what happens when you get a couple no's, you get better at it, you know. The first no is kind of devastating, like, oh my God, man, I can't believe I'm probably in the wrong business, you know. And another no, and another no, and another no. After that, you understand the no's, and you know how to reply to them. I don't look at them as no's. I look at them as I'm coming back to you. So in about a month or so, when checks start coming in and money is being made, I stop in again. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's that business going? Oh my God, you should have joined. What? Oh, you don't know. You just kind of rub it in their face in a nice way, and you take it away from them. If you understand how you do, you take it away from them. Don't even talk about it. They're like, man, he's not even pitching me. Yeah. You leave next time, hey man, I see you're doing amazing things. I want to know about it again. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You'll come back to that. Just know the no's. The more no's you get, the more yeses you'll get. Okay. Yeah. But when you get your yeses, put them on Facebook because your team
show your results. Yep, share your results. So exactly, then you share the concept of what you're doing, and then everybody wants to know what you're doing, right? Which opens the door for more money. More money. Yeah. So and again, how do you share your results with people? Well, you got to do videos, or you got to do screenshots. You got to put posts up on Facebook. You can put up a blog post. There's a lot of ways to do it, but you got to share it. You got to be out there. And you know, man, I think we can go into kind of building your audience. This kind of ties in with it because the amazing thing about what we have access to today in 2015 is that if you don't have an email list, if you don't have a big audience right now, if nobody knows who you are, you can get in front of an audience in a day, in 24 hours. I mean, we have access to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, where there's just millions of people right at our fingertips. You know, some of the offline strategies that Alonso does. You know, we have access to people everywhere so fast that really all you have to do is pick a medium, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or whatever it is, and then start going into it, start expanding into it, start putting value out. I think that's one of the biggest things is become a person that shares value and that really shares stuff and gives stuff out into the space that you're trying to gain credibility in, and that's just how you gain the credibility. So, Bob, what do you got, man?
Where'd he go?
Hey, Bob, you there? I'm just giving him a sec in case he's on mute.
Nice.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Okay, does that sound all right? Because I had to switch to a different mic.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so yeah, just guys, let me know. Just go to facebook.com/Bob Beckett and just interact with me on here because for some reason my commenting's not working and all this stuff's jacked up. I'm out of my own realm. So like if you guys can just get me like 10 IMs, if you're getting value out of this hangout, then we'll go into the really good stuff. So I know there's a little pause in here, but all you have to do is just go to / Bob Beckett on Facebook. If you're not friends with me, just add me. You should be able to comment and like and stuff on my post. But we'd be grateful if you would let us interact with you on here, just to know that we are delivering some good stuff for you, and hopefully, you know, you're getting value that you can use tonight, literally tonight. Even if you just got something from you know, Alonso, just to start making videos or something like that. So go ahead and put I am if you're getting value out of that on my wall, and then we'll come back to that, and we'll just keep going. So we're about to get into the really good stuff.
Hey, Patrick saying, will there not be a conflict of interest in there? Can you please clarify how to invite a top person in an opportunity in a hangout, have this person share? Then we also have our own product we are promoting, which is different from the one being interviewed. No. So what we're talking about, Patrick, is as like when Bob and I did it, we had our upline in our opportunity come on the webinar or the hangout and present. So any of the sales that we got, he was going to get compensated on as well, because we're in a network marketing deal where you get paid on the volume that happens underneath you. Another example of this would be, Patrick, let's say you went to JB Zoo and you wanted to promote a product there. Instead of just sending traffic to the sales page, you could ask the owner of the product to come on a webinar or a hangout with you and teach your people. So if you have an audience, if you have a list, you can go to that guy and say, hey, listen, man, I can get 100 people on a hangout or 50 people on a hangout. Can you come and teach and share, and then we'll sell your product at the end, and we'll split the commissions, or you'll just promote your affiliate link. Well, both people, both you and the product owner, would have interest in doing that hangout together, because both of you will profit from it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Whew.
So yeah, let's do it, man. Let's go into some of the stuff on how to build an audience. How do you get in front of the right people? How do you build a targeted audience? So I don't know, Bob. What do you think? You want to start with the offline methods, man, or you want to go into?
Yeah, let's just mix it up. Let's go back and forth, because I am ADD like crazy. So let's just go right to Alonso, and you know, maybe I can you know, go back and forth with him on that as well, because I've done a lot of offline in the past. But I want to hear how. Let me hear how you, Alonso, now that I have you cornered on a Hangout Live, and I'm finally going to figure this out, how the heck are you sponsoring up to one person or more a day on the streets? What are you doing?
All right, guys, here's the secret, okay?
Guys, get a pen and paper out, because this is good stuff.
This is good stuff. Okay, I use this in my sign industry, okay? And here you go. Let me see where to start from. I'm going to show you guys. You guys can leverage people, all right? How do you leverage people? It don't matter if you're selling soap or whatever it is, whatever product you have in any business, it doesn't matter. You're selling a product. In each one of your cities, you have businesses, okay? People told me, don't do this. And again, guess what? Alonso tried to do it, and it worked, okay? And that's why I'm successful. We have businesses that you know, supermarkets, from nightclubs to liquor stores to whatever it is, right? And whatever product you're selling, you have to try. Well, what I do is I'll go and pitch one of these places, right? So I'll go in there and pitch one of these locations, and I'll talk to them first of all. I'll walk in, hey, how you doing? Have you heard of this new product? They go, oh, I haven't heard of it. I show it to them sample. They say it's pretty cool. Oh, wow, okay. And then I kind of show them how to make money with it, and here's how I do it. Okay? They're like, okay, how do I make money with this? I said, I got something even better. Check this out. Right now, I got a big team in the city that likes this product. They're calling me to actually buy it from me, but I don't sell my product. What we can do is I can sign you up right now, okay? And on my Facebook page, I'll just blast and let everybody know you're selling that product. Now they'll come to your location to buy it because, you know, like I said, I'm going to try kind of driving traffic to them, which they're loving it. And at the same time, depending on what business you're in, you kind of tell them, look, you want to get other people. Because a lot of your businesses revolve off of getting people under people, right? That's how we all make money, kind of. So once they're in, I tell them, look, you get in, you carry the product, right? And I'm going to send other people up and place them under you, depending on the business that you're in. what does that do once you have this place signed up? Let's say it's called Bob's Supermarket. Okay, we're gonna use Bob's Supermarket as the name. So let's say it's Bob's Supermarket over here. Now I go to James. He's got another place over here. Hey James, how you doing? Have you checked out this product? He goes, oh, I haven't heard of it. Oh man, check it out. Bob's Supermarket got it over there. What? So guess what? In James's head, he's like, this is a real product. Is this a scam? No, it's not, because Bob's Supermarket has it. So I can just leverage them, right? And the people, your friends, family, all those other people that tell you, oh, that's not true. Guess what, buddy? Before you even pitch it to your friends and family, you have these places set up. I got it in Bob's Supermarket, I got it in James nightclub, I got it here, I got it there, and they're like, oh my God. And if you don't get in right now, it's going to be everywhere, and those people could have been under you, and they're like, oh my gosh, how do I sign up?
So I like that method. You're literally going after people other than your friends and family first.
Right, and one of the other thing is, I leverage them. So let's say I talk to James, and it's 2 o'clock. Let's say it's 12 o'clock, and he says, you know what? I'd like to come in, but I want to talk to my partner tonight. Come by around 8 o'clock. We're going to sign up. In my head, I know I have 8 hours, okay? I have 8 hours to get more people in because I know he's coming in at 8. So I go sign other people up. I say, hey, buddy, like to check us out. I'm going to show you this product, blah, blah, blah. Give him a quick pitch. Say, you know what, right now, a lot of people are going to make money. I'm going to show you something, and you need to just get in and trust me right now. Why? Because James over here is coming in tonight. Everyone knows James, and I build him up. James is a monster. When he comes in, he's going to be placed under you, and he's going to explode. They're like, oh my God, yeah, that guy's a monster. You build him up. So guess what? They sign up. And you do it a couple of times before I sign James up. You got leverage. So just learning how to leverage people and get them in and get the excitement, because sometimes if you don't get someone excited, you're not going to get in. They're like, oh, they'll think about it. Every time you need to get in now or don't get in at all, you're like, okay, where do I sign up?
The fear of loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
fear of loss.
You got to just trust me in this, buddy. You got to trust me, okay? Because if not, you're going to be doing the same thing next year, and, you know, we need to make some money. This thing's going to be big in the next 2, 3, 4 months, you know?
The key factor here is to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep sponsoring people. So all the people that were like, that were like on the fence, they're going to start seeing you being like, oh my gosh, he's getting all these people in, he's got these restaurants in, he's got these clubs in, he's got Bob's Supermarket, and he's got all these people in, oh my gosh, okay, finally I'll join, right? And I like how you leverage other people. Now you can't do that with every kind of comp plan, so that's mainly towards binaries. That's why I like binaries. I've done in all kinds of different comp plans before in the past. I was actually a top income earner in over 30 different business opportunities over the last 18 years. Oh my gosh. So I kind of think that I know what I'm looking for that works for me anymore. So we're all into like consumable products where basically you ingest it and then you have to buy more, right? So we do other stuff as well, you know. Regardless, yeah, that's awesome, man. So who got some value out of that? Let me know. Let me just go on Facebook again, and let me know if you're going to start implementing that right away. Let's see who is going to start implementing Alonso's offline methods right away. Any questions? All right, so I just put that on the post. If we can get questions on there, if we can get likes and comments on my wall again, that'd be awesome. You guys are doing amazing.
Yeah, the genius, I think, behind that really is when you take it one step further. When Alonso, when you say, when you sign someone up and you say, hey, I'm gonna promote you on Facebook, that you're the one selling this product, and I'm gonna send people to you. What ends up happening is you post that, and then everybody's going, dang, man, how is Alonso getting all these leaders in? And then it raises the perception of who you are and the value that you have in the industry, which brings more people to you as well. You know, so not a lot of people will talk about that, but that's something that just happens in our space. That's why Bob and I, you know, we've done a lot of webinars, and this is some of the stuff that we're teaching now. Man, we'd love to just do webinars and have people push everything to us too, and that's great, and we'll do that if people want to do that. But we want to teach people how to get their own credibility, how to get influence themselves, so that they don't just make a little bit of money here, but they can learn a skill that will pay them for the rest of their life.
Well, ultimately, you want to empower your team. So, like for instance, Alonso is already doing good and stuff, and people are like, why wouldn't you and James just do the hangout? Because you guys just do this stuff all the time. Well, it's because we like to empower our team. He's on my team. Let's freaking empower him. He's probably going to go off and he's already doing hangout stuff. So this is how duplication really happens and how leadership is found.
Yeah.
He already stuck his hand up saying, I'm a leader. I'm already sponsoring all these people. I'm already doing this hangout stuff. He's on to something. Let's put him on a hangout and help other people out, right? And that's how he's going to develop and find other leaders underneath of him to create true duplication. And again, like James said earlier, using the internet as a bridge, not a business. So, all it really takes is, everybody knows network marketing is a numbers game. So all it really takes is just a few people really working it, if it's a binary on each side, and keep empowering them and keep doing it, and before you know it, you just getting this big fat residual check every month. So if it's a unilevel, same concept. You might have 3 legs, and you're placing people underneath of them, and you have this guy down here that will do hangouts. Well, maybe this guy would have never did a hangout unless you pulled him onto a hangout. So start empowering your team. Look for your leaders and get them in front of teaching and helping and coaching or presenting your products or whatever it is. Get them in front of people as fast as possible, because a lot of times they don't even know they have the skills and abilities that they have. So if you empower them and you edify them on a call, boom, before you know it, like they're like a powerhouse for you. It's just amazing. So that's really the only reason I have Alonso on here, is because I want him to get me richer. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's truly because it's a care thing. Anyway, yeah, that was a joke. Just in case you don't know my humor yet. So where are we at?
Yeah, man. So Alonso, do you have anything else, or do you want us to kind of go into some of the paid? Or do you have any other free like traffic methods you want to talk about, or any other free methods?
I can do something I do online. I got pretty good at doing stuff online now. The problem is I don't have time to do it, but if you guys have time, just get on Facebook. You guys can do this, okay? And I do this and I get sign-ups, all right? Here's what I do, guys. I'm not going to screen share, but what I do, it takes work, it takes time. Instead of sitting in your Facebook and going through everyone's wall and saying, oh, this guy's doing good and Alonso's doing good and Bob's doing good, right? You go in there and you start inboxing strangers, all right? Don't pitch them your business. All you tell them, hey man, I'm doing this, I'm doing something, I'm getting amazing results. Are you interested in taking a look at it, or something like that, without pitching them too much? And that's all you do. One, you copy and paste, inbox them, okay? Inbox one, inbox another one, 20, 30, 40, and then from there you get like 10 responses. And then you have conversations. You never pitch them the business. Just talk to them. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, well, I'm in this company. How's it going for you? Oh, I've been in about 3 months. Have you made any money? I haven't made no money yet. Oh, you know what? I got to check. Find out where they're at. And they'll open up to you in conversations and tell you how their business is terrible, how their leaders ain't helping them. And then they're going to say, so what are you doing? I see you're consistent on your page, and you're always positive, and you're doing videos, and you're doing this, and you're doing that. What is it you're doing? You still don't give them the answer. You still talk about their business, Wow, so what do you guys have planned? What's going on in your business? And they're like, man, this guy's taking it away from me. And then you say, if you really want, I can show you what I'm doing. And you send them to your presentation. Or you
really want, I get it.
So that's kind of what you do. You just create conversations. If you do it, I sat here for 2 hours, I'll have about a ton of conversation. I'll have some signups. It's a longer process, and I'm a guy that's just real busy. I'm out doing my science stuff all day, putting my business together, making quick videos, which everyone says, man, you must live on Facebook. I'm like, you know what, guys? I'm never really on Facebook. I make a video that's 2 minutes from my phone. I push upload, and there you go. So guys.
Hey guys, real quick, do me a favor. We want to know who's active, who's loving this stuff. If you don't mind, again, on my Facebook wall, I asked the question, who is going to start implementing Alonso's offline methods right away? Any questions? So if you have any questions for Alonso and his marketing methods, you can ask right on that particular comment post. But also, tell him, I want to praise him. I want him to know that he's doing amazing. And just let him know what is your favorite thing that you're learning from him in the comments, if you don't mind. Thank you guys so much. All right.
Yeah, so that's awesome, man. Bob, I know that's the technique you always talked about is kind of the takeaway, right? You get in conversations and people ask what you do and you don't tell them.
It's bait and hook. I do it a little bit differently if you want to know how I do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so...
Because real quick, I got to say this. I know I'm cutting you off again. But at the end of the day, all of these businesses, I don't care if you're in a biz op, if you're in a network marketing company, it's all about conversations. How many conversations can you have? And then how many conversations can you win in a good way by serving those people? But you have to be the one that's really in control of the conversation if you really want to make a lot of money, right? So it's about how many conversations can you have and how many of those conversations can you control. And I think that's a big deal. So whether you're doing paid traffic and you have thousands of visitors coming to your website every day and you're talking to them through email and video, or whether you're in the Facebook chat, or whether it's offline one-on-one, it's the same concept, really.
Beautiful. I forgot what I was going to say.
You were going to talk about the bait and hook method, how you do it.
How you make millions of bucks.
It's funny. I'm actually on NyQuil right now because I didn't have any other cold medicine and I had to take something really fast. Anyways, but I'm not complaining. I couldn't not get on this. I love doing this stuff. So regardless, yeah, one of my favorite methods, and it's a really high closing ratio, is literally, and I know that Alonso does some of this kind of stuff, but the way I attract people isn't, I don't do it direct targeting. I never message anybody first. I never even comment on their stuff first, really. What I do is I do perception, perception marketing, is that a good word? It's really attraction marketing, right? So how I said, taking pictures with your family and stuff. I do that. It kills two birds with one stone. One, I like to take pictures with my family. I like to show off to our friends and family and show them what we're off doing because they like to watch us and stay connected. It makes them feel closer to us. And two, it shows the business world that this is my lifestyle. This is what we do. So what happens after a while, if you consistently do this, people start messaging you. And my favorite people, believe it or not, are people that will come and pitch me. I actually enjoy it because if you think about it, people that are not afraid to come and pitch you, even after they're watching your lifestyle and they know you're successful and all this stuff, those are the kind of people, they're guerrilla marketing, man. Like, they're not afraid to go talk to people. So those people that message me and start pitching me, 9 times out of 10, they're not pitching right away. They're like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? And I already know it's coming, right? so you just start talking. Oh man, I'm doing great, And then you never talk. So I teach people this. If you can remember anything that I say tonight, the first person that shows their link or talks about their biz op first, the first person who does that loses. Okay? So it's a game we play. All right? So we already know that if knowing statistically that 97 to 98% of the people are failing, right? There's a great chance that if this person's coming and talking to you and being your friend and they're liking you and they're complimenting you and you're just waiting for it, it might even take 3 days for it to happen. There's sometimes I'll have 20, 30 messages open, and I don't do this I don't even try to make it happen. It just happens, right? And I just keep them open, and I just keep complimenting them on their success. So I pretend like I think they're successful, and I believe them, right? So they'll be like, oh man, I'm in this really awesome company, and it's really doing this amazing stuff, and I love it, and it's, oh my gosh, making me fly, and oh man, I'm doing so amazing. I'll just be sitting there and be like, man, that's awesome, so happy for you, all this stuff, and then finally they'll be like, by the way, do you want a link to go check it out? And I'll be like, oh, you know what, man, I appreciate that. I really admire your marketing skills, but I got so much going on right now. I got all these marketing, I got all these streams of income coming in. I got all this stuff happening. I just really don't have time for anything else. But thank you so much. And then you change the subject immediately. You say, hey, man, how's that weather out there in Florida right now? That's pretty crazy. And they're like, what the crap? He didn't even pitch me. I pitched him. He just said, oh, I'm doing amazing, and then just completely doesn't even care if I join him in his business, right? So that's setting the hook, right? Then they're like, oh, crap, I got to ask him. And again, this might take another 2 or 3 days. Don't sit around and wait for it, right? Finally, they're like, oh, man, you know what? Because remember the statistics, 97, 98% of the people are failing. So they're going to come back to you because you were a cool person that didn't even have to pitch them. They're like, what the crap is up with this guy? So finally they're like, okay, what do you do, right? And then that's when you could say, oh, well, I'm in this company. It's pretty awesome. We're growing really, really fast. We got all this systems. We got this, this, and this. And then guess what? Change the subject. Yeah. And this sinks in the hook so hard, it's almost impossible for them to ever leave your grasp. Like you got them so where you want them, it's just done. So you're changing the subject. Be like, oh, hey man, I saw this pictures of your kids, man. Those are some beautiful kids. You got a great looking family there. What do you do for fun out there in Florida, right? And then they're like, what the crap? He just told me about all this stuff. He still didn't pitch me. He knows everything about me, So that's. I mean, I've been using that. I've sponsored hundreds and hundreds of people into different opportunities. Just doing that, like without even trying. That's just like extra.
Bro, you got to make that into a training video for like a private training video. But here's a great one-liner when someone asks what you do, especially if you're going back and forth with the Facebook stuff. Is you say, well, I teach people how to make money on Facebook, and then you change the subject. Right? They're going to be like, what the crap? I'm on Facebook. I'm pitching you on Facebook. Right? And then you change the subject. So, yeah, that's awesome stuff, man. Again, I don't care if you're in the traffic world or not. I wasn't on Facebook a year ago, like doing anything with business-wise, and now I'm all over it because it's just made me a lot more money. At the end of the day, I don't care if you're, making millions of dollars a year. You're going to be engaging with people on social media if you're doing business. And so you're going to get in these conversations. So, that stuff is gold, man.
And then all this stuff right here that you're learning about Facebook, unless you have this in place, it doesn't matter, okay, guys? This is the key. Your page has to be set up right. Okay?
Oh.
Your profile picture, you can have a picture of a dog in there or a cat because people want to know who they are with, If you have a nice picture, you're usually smiling, smiling page. Make sure your head level, you don't have a big old gap here because it makes you look smaller. You want your head up to the top so you look taller. This is a Facebook trick. Your head are on top. It's got to be set up properly. Something that you're into cars, some cars, a family guy, a vacation, a dream home, and then your page. And I used to make this mistake because I club in and doing other stuff, and I would post things in the club and post this, or I see a cool fighting video on the news feed, and like, oh, I want to share it, so I share it. And that's what people think of you. You're like, man, this guy's into this and that. That's not really me. You got to keep your page clean. It's got to be clean, motivational, and just consistent every single day because people will watch you. And all the stuff you post on your page, whether they like it or comment or not, you may get 5 likes. But they know your whole life. When they see, hey, man, I know you've been doing this and this and this. I'm like, really? I forget you're my friend on Facebook.
I have people that's been following me since MySpace that know my kids' names. That's why I don't even tell my real location where I live anymore because you never know. But people say that social media doesn't make you money. These guys, I mean, a lot of the gurus, they say that, but I would say that social media is probably 9%. It's really high of the sales that human beings get. I mean, especially if you utilize this stuff right. So, from there, what are we going to do?
Yeah, so real quick, we'll touch on a couple of paid traffic strategies. We're not going to go real deep into it. Man, first one, solo ads. I'm not going to spend much time on this, but some of you guys may know Bob and I, we sell solo ad traffic. We've done traffic for and do traffic for some of the top guys in this industry. We sell a lot of traffic. And we've been doing this a while. And really, solo ads is like the first traffic strategy that I started using that really, it's how I started making consistent money. So solo ads are very, very easy if you've never done them before. It's probably the easiest traffic strategy that you can do as far as paid traffic, okay? The reason it's easy is because you don't have to create banners, you don't have to create images, you don't have to write copy, you don't have to do any of that. All you have to do is really give your link. You need a good squeeze page, okay, to collect the email address and build your list. And then obviously you need a good offer. You need a good page that promotes or sells whatever it is that you're selling or generates applications or whatever it is that you're doing. But the reason it's so easy is because you pretty much just have to give your link to a solo ad vendor and then let them take care of the rest. They'll send out your link, they'll send you the traffic, and then you just track it. You just make sure you get the clicks that you paid for. That's probably one of the easiest ways to build your list, one of the fastest. Here's what I'll say about solo ads, and I'm just being really transparent with you guys and just being real with you. Solo ads can be a little finicky. What I like to say about them is that they are very, very predictable as far as building your list, but solo ads can also be kind of unpredictable when it comes to getting sales immediately, okay? So you don't do solo ads to get sales today. You do solo ads to build your list, all right? So if you're going to do solo ads, you really have to commit to that, and you've got to do it in scale. You've got to understand that you're going to be building your list, and people may not be joining you for 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 months. But if you do it consistently and if you fill the pipeline, it can be the easiest way to build your business that there is. And I know this because I've done traffic for, take a company like Empower Network. I've run traffic not just once or twice, but multiple times for probably, I think, 4 or 5 out of the top 10 income earners in that company. I did traffic for the #2 all-time recruiter for 13 months straight. I was doing all of his solo traffic, and I used to go to his house and look at all his results and stats. And this guy would show me all the time with all of his new signups coming in. He would say, "Man, this guy opted in 6 months ago. This guy opted in 3 months ago." And so you have to understand that concept when you're doing solo ads. So other than that, man, it can be a great way to build your business. You just have to understand that part of it. So
let me touch on that really, really fast. Okay, yeah. So solo ads, I would recommend not doing solo ads unless you become really good at following. Okay, you won't follow up with your list. Get them. You know, one of the best ways right now. I'm echoing right now. One of the best ways right now is to literally share this on me. Nope, that's not. Anyways, one of the best ways right now. First of all, let me back up. This echo is messing my head up. One of the best ways, or first of all, don't send straight to your company site. Yeah. I don't care if it's the new system of XYZ company and it just launched and all this crap. Well, guess what? You're competing against 1,000, 2,000 other people all pushing the same thing, right? So you still want to differentiate yourself away from everybody else by building your list. I don't care who's. Why am I? 1 second. Let's see, this is freaking me out. I don't know. It's like every time I've got on stage and like you hear like the speakers speaking at you. It's like you hear yourself right after you say something. It's like, whoa, can't even think. But anyways, all right, yeah, I'm not echoing anymore. Thank you. My brain can think again. So yeah, never use your company's page. Always build your own page, #1. #2, you're going to want to always immediately, in this day and age, in 2015 and beyond, you want to get them in your social media world as fast as possible. In my opinion, get them over to videos that you're doing on Facebook from your email list. Get them into a Facebook group so you can interact with them, which is very, very good right now. We've got 100% deliverability. I was actually on a call with John Lee Dumas from Entrepreneur on Fire this morning. Had an interview, and me and him both agreed that Facebook groups, as of right now, it could change in a month, is is very awesome because you put any notification in there, they're going to see it, right? That little red thing in the globe goes off. So what we're recommending now, especially if you're building a really targeted list or a surveyed list, is take those leads and add them to a Facebook group so that you can interact with them on Facebook, because you'll get literally 80 to 100% of the people to see it versus 4% of the people on your email list anymore. It's just the way it works, right? So yeah, solo ads are great, like James said, and we both saw a lot of clicks together and separately. So yeah, we just like to be upfront with you guys about don't try to build your whole business off solo ads, especially if you're not willing to pick up the phone and talk with them, or create surveys so that you pre-qualify people and get on the phone with them at least, or get them into in your Facebook world, right? So, all right, let's roll. Any questions on that? I can't hear you, James.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, I was talking to myself. All right, yeah, hit us up. Let us know if this is making sense to you guys. If you have questions, let us know in the chat. So the other way that I would go now, if you really want to get into paid traffic, man, there's a lot of great sources out there. I mean, Bing, PPC, banner advertising is always good if you know what you're doing. Facebook, it's hard to beat Facebook right now. Just with the kind of interest targeting that you can do. And by the way, I'm actually going to show you how you can get an access to a bonus, where I did a 44-minute case study video where I go in depth on how I doubled my money in 1 week with Facebook ads using a concept that we call bridge marketing. So basically I spent $333, brand new funnel. I set it up in 1 day and actually promoting a network marketing deal, the company that we're in, in the nutrition space, and did over $700 from that $333 ad spend. And I have a 44-minute case study video where I go in depth and literally show you the entire campaign. And you'll be amazed at the kind of things that you can do. The concept of bridge marketing with Facebook ads is that you could really target anyone that you want. I mean, you could target single moms that like the San Francisco 49ers. You could target single men that have been divorced that like horseback riding and are also interested in being an entrepreneur. And it's ridiculous when you can really laser target down to your audience, the audience that you want to speak to, and you speak directly to their likes, to their desires, to who they are, and then you bridge them over into an offer that can be a solution to what they want. And so that's really the concept, and it's man, I mean, if you can get a little bit creative and really watching a case study, watching a training on this, I mean, it could make you a ton of money, right? Yeah. In this space, in the internet, guys, we live in a day and age where one idea on a webinar like this could make you multiple six figures a year. Like one freaking idea. You know how I got into solo ads? I'm going to tell the story. I got into a biz op, everybody knows it, a few years back. And I was just struggling, and I actually paid $25 to get in. I bought the upsell, right? And I'm going through this product, which is an audio training course. I'm listening to audios like every day, and I go through this hour-long audio training by this guy that I didn't know, and he talked about how he built his business with solo ads. And so I was in there listening, going, solo ads, man, what's that? I listened to the audio. He talked about the concept of it. And then they had a webinar that company did where a guy came on and taught in a webinar just like this about solo ad marketing. So I started researching it, and I went out and I purchased a solo ad. And then I started talking to the guys I was buying traffic from. I went through coaching with that guy, and that was when I went from zero to over $5,000 a month in sales in under 90 days. So it's like sometimes you don't understand, like one simple idea from a webinar or one simple idea that the light bulb goes off for you in a hangout like this could change everything for you. So Facebook marketing is awesome right now. The great thing about Facebook ads is you could spend $1 a day, or you could spend $5 a day, or you could spend $500 a day. But you can start small, you can test, you can scale, you can learn, and reach the exact audience that you want to reach. And so for us, man, Facebook is really big right now. It's a big deal. I was running video ad campaigns this last week where it was costing me 2 cents to get a video view. Think about that for a minute. I put up a video on Facebook, right? Just giving away content and then pitching, pitching, basically selling people on why they should click the link and go opt into my list. Really is all I did. But I put up that video, targeted, like had a laser targeted audience that I targeted on Facebook ads, and paying 2 cents for everyone that views the video. That's powerful. I mean, $30, $40, you can reach 1,000, 2,000 people. It's just a crazy day that we're living in with technology. You can reach so many people so fast. It's amazing. So
that's awesome. Yeah. So guys, we don't want to hold you guys up all night, but I put a question. We need to get some I-do's. Okay, for those of you on our live hangout, who wants to hear about how we bonus stack to pile people into our businesses? And this is one of the main ways that we sponsored all the people while we were on the trip. While I've been on this trip, literally almost automatically when you set everything up the right way. So let me get 10 I-do's, and we'll continue on, and we'll just close this thing out for the night. But we want to make sure that you left with some amazing bonuses yourself, and we'll get all into that in a second. And but like James said, we live in this day and age now that we literally, when I was on the John Lee Dumas show, I don't want to give it all away because it's going to be pretty cool, I think. It's airing June 2nd. Little pitch.
Yeah, do it, man. Go for it.
Nice.
Pretty cool. He gets over 2 million listeners a month.
I think he made over $400,000 last month.
Yeah, on a free podcast. Not bad. So, anyways, what was I even saying? Oh, what I said was, because one of the questions at the end was, if you don't have $500, or if you have $500 but you don't know anybody and you're on an island, all this stuff, what would you do? And I said, well, Facebook knows everybody.
Yeah.
I'll just pay them, right? And that's the truth. You can literally zero down and target down to the exact person that you want. And what I teach people is literally figure out who you are, who you like to communicate with personally. Right now, think of who do I like to talk with? Who are those people that I could talk to for hours and we just get along with forever? And write down those qualities of those people, that kind of person, and then literally zero down in Facebook advertising. And those are your interests, right? You don't want a broad, make money at home type of list. You want people that are like-minded, like you, completely. So imagine building an audience of people right off Facebook that is completely aligned with your thinking. People that already like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and MLM Pro, and all this, Eric Worre and Alonso Alonso, right? So all these people that like Alonso Alonso, you can talk to for hours, right? And you put them in a Facebook group, and you communicate through them with video and email, and all this stuff. I mean, guys, we live in this day and age where you can set up a campaign in an hour. I mean, maybe if you're brand new, it might take you 3 hours if you really, really do it, right? And you don't let the excuses stop you. You really, really take action. We live in this day and age where literally in a half an hour, we could have a full campaign set up, targeting exactly who we want, with a YouTube video talking directly at them, building a list of people that love you already, and you're putting them in a Facebook group so fast. It's ridiculous. So, all right, guys, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I-dos so far. Let's see if we can get 5 more I-dos, and we'll just continue on with that. Do you have anything you want to talk about before that? Any one of you, Alonso, or?
Yeah, I do real quick. So we're gonna go into right now. We're going to go into one of the probably the easiest and one of the biggest selling secrets that we've implemented in our business that just always works. Like it's never, man, I don't remember, this has never not worked in my business ever. So one of the things I want to say before we really go into the bonus stacking is that, leverage systems. Some of you guys, you have affiliate systems that you promote. Like Bob said earlier, we always make our own squeeze page on the front end. You need to learn how to do that. I would learn how to do that as fast as you can. But we still promote, affiliate systems. But what I want to say about that is don't just rely on the system to do everything for you. Learn how to work with the systems that you promote, and bonus stacking is one of these strategies. So what we do sometimes is we incentivize each step of the process. So hey, listen, if you sign up today, we're going to give you this bonus as we're just going to give you a bonus for taking action, right? If you upgrade to this level in our company or to this certain package, we're going to throw in an extra bonus that shows you how to do X, Y, Z. And so when you start to work with your systems in that way, you'll stand out beyond everybody else, and you'll just get a lot more results that way.
Okay, between the different comments, we have a good 15 different ideas, so we'll just go ahead. Let's just rock and roll. Thank you guys so much for engaging with us. That's what it's all about. So why don't you start off?
Yeah, so let's go into it. So I'm going to talk about the concept of bonus stacking, okay? And it's really very simple. First, I remember the first time I ever really, I kind of found it out by accident. Like I really just got the idea one day. It was back when I was selling traffic when I first started out. And I was only doing 200 clicks a day for people or whatever, and all of a sudden, like all these new solo ad sellers kind of came into the market. Everybody was selling. What happened is the prices started dropping because there was so much competition. Everybody started lowering their prices to get sales. And so I remember thinking one day, and just a question kind of came up to me, and I said, what can I do to get more sales but not have to lower my price? And so I got the idea to make a training video on how to get traffic with YouTube, because I had been getting results with that, and then give that away for free if people purchase traffic from me. And that's what I did. The first day I did that, like everybody else would just buy traffic from me, buy traffic from me. I'm going to give you, 20% over delivery, and it was just everybody was doing the same thing. It's kind of like in the network marketing world now, everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's just pitching their deal. So what I did, I said, why don't I offer this bonus for free? They obviously want to know how to get traffic. And so I said, hey, listen, if you buy traffic from me today, just a basic ad and where everybody else was at, I'm going to throw in this 5-minute training video that shows how I'm getting 30 leads a day on YouTube. Oh. And the first day I did that, I think I had never sold this many clicks before. I think I sold like 1,600 clicks in like 3 hours. And I could only send like 200 a day. And I was like, dang, that's kind of a problem, but I guess it's a good problem to have. And so I went, while everybody else was going down in price, I started going up in value and then up in price.
Perception.
So instead of becoming the, I don't know, the Ford Taurus of the industry or whatever you want to call it, whatever low-level cars there are, I said, you know what, if I'm not going to be the cheapest, I might as well, I might as well not be. I'm not going to be the second cheapest.
Might as well be the Mercedes.
I might as well be the Mercedes. And so instead of trying to lower my price, I said, how can I deliver more value to people than just the traffic they're buying? What can I give them? What can I teach them? What insight can I give them to make this whole thing worth way more than they're going to pay me, so that it's just obvious? And so that's when I really started learning that. And then I got around some other leaders that would do that in the industry. And then when I got with Bob, we started coming up with this thing on, we would give away bonuses and stuff. And then we got this idea one day. We were like, dude, let's just I don't know who came up with it, but we were just like, let's just take a bunch of stuff, like some of our best content, put in this massive package, because I remember it was that first, this is actually just 2 months ago or whatever, we were in that first 30 days, Bob, and I remember no one had ever hit that rank in 30 days, I think, the executive rank. And so Bob and I needed, I think we needed like 9 or 10 sign-ups at $500 and something to hit this rank. And so we got this idea, and I remember Bob came to me. He's like, dude, what can we do in 24 hours to hit this? And I was like, and so we got this idea. Let's just put all this content in one bonus package. And it was so ridiculous that even if people hated our opportunity, they would still join it just to get the bonuses. Like, that's how valuable this package was. So that's really the whole concept of bonus stacking, is to put together we also call it selling through the bonus. So you put together content, bonuses, interviews, whatever it is, and you give it away. You're basically selling that, but the way that people pay you for that, or the way people get access, is they have to buy your product, or they have to join your opportunity, or whatever it is. So what do you got on that? Is that kind of where you were going with it?
Yeah, first of all, it was my idea.
Awesome. Yeah, probably.
The same thing goes with, people are going to be like, how do I come up with, I'm going to mute you. I muted him. I'm muted. Anyways, how do you come up with content if I don't know what to do, right? Well, here's one quick way. If you know how to buy a solo ad, do a quick case study on, and not just a regular case study, a full one that shows exactly how to do it, kind of thing. Most people don't know how to buy a solo ad still. I mean, it's just a fact. I mean, they just don't. So if you show network marketers that you could generate 50 to 100 leads in a day, and you document that with a quick case study, first of all, you'll attract a lot of people to you, but secondly, you can actually show how you do it and give that away as a bonus, and you put a value on it, okay? So that would be worth, honestly, to the right person, that would be worth $1,000. But let's just say it's worth $297. You just put a value on it. Always, 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 always put a value on your information, okay? Otherwise, they're just going to think it's just another video, right? It's not a free video. This is a valuable video, right? And I want to give you this video if you join today, right? So it's really easy to come up with the content. If you can buy a solo ad, you can show leads, you can come up with content. Same thing goes with you could borrow content. How we talked about at the very beginning, how you could do a hangout with a big leader in the company, right? And all of a sudden, you can give that away. You put a value on that. That's a bonus now, because it was so jam-packed, right? And that's depending on how valuable you think it is, that could be worth $997, right? And imagine bonus stacking both of those, the solo ad one and that interview that you did on the webinar. And now you've got $1,500 worth of value if they join your business today, right? There's so many other ways to do it, but that's like the best way, I think.
Let me unmute myself. All right, so it doesn't even have to be like a public webinar where you have tons of people there. You could call someone up or message someone and say, message Bob and say, hey, Bob, listen, man, do you have 15 minutes today? I wanted to see if I could get you on a real quick interview. I just want to ask you a few questions. We'll just do it privately whenever you have time. And I'm going to promote this to a bunch of people, so your name's going to get out there. I really want to promote you to my audience. And then you're going to find somebody that's like, yeah, man, you jump on a 15-minute call, you record it, or a Google Hangout, which is easy. You go into your YouTube account, you start a live event, and it takes 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and now you've got a bonus you can give away. Right?
Yeah, and then if you're anything like me and you like copy, you could be like, closed door, underground phone call recorded.
Oh.
We're $798. Right?
Hey, he's being funny, but I'm telling you, it works, man. Come up with funny cool names for your stuff. Like, don't make it legit. Like, obviously deliver on what you name it. Like, don't call it the 1,000 leads per day formula if you've never gotten 1,000 leads. But come up with cool names for your stuff. Like the 3x conversion multiplier method. Man, it piques people's curiosity. But to be honest, it's a simple concept of just sharing case study type results. But we came up with a cool name for it. So come up with cool names for your stuff. So
take time with your names. It makes it seem so much more valuable. So the more that you have, and now check this out, as you keep doing this over time, you save all these. Like, for instance, this video that you're watching right now, I'm sure you guys have gotten a lot of value out of this because I know you have, because I've been on thousands of webinars that don't deliver this kind of stuff. I mean, come on. Anyways, yeah, I am kind of prideful in that area because we just really do like just over delivering. So anyways, and if you guys have any questions, just let us know. But we could literally package this video and say it's worth $497 to $1,000. I mean, and it really is to the right person. Be like, oh, we have offline expert marketer Alonso Alonso who's sponsoring one person to 6 people in a day. We have, you know, and blah, 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 and the way you pitch it, right? How would you like to get that video, plus this 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 video, especially if you're trying to hit ranks in your company. And, you know, all you got to do is come in at this right here, and bam, you're going to get access to all of it today, right? So that probably sounded appealing, and we didn't even pitch you anything. Did you want to join me in something, Alonso?
Say it again?
Did you just want to join me in something?
I want to sign up. Where's the link?
Well, cool. What else we got?
Yeah, that's it, man. We can go into. Hold on, am I muted?
Nope.
Can I give him some? Can I give him a secret real quick?
Yeah, give them a secret.
Yeah.
Guys, here's my main, not a tool. This is pretty much why in my company I jumped ranks so fast, and I just, you know, everyone's seeing me grow so fast. Okay. Simple. You go to YouTube, all right? And you type in The Secret, the movie. All right. The Secret, the movie. It's an hour and 20 minutes long. It's a documentary. You watch this over and over and over. You apply it. I'm not kidding. You apply it, and what it teaches you is you can have whatever you want, no matter where you're at in your life, or if you're broke or whatever. You just gotta believe you already have it and visualize. If you say you want a Mercedes in 4 months and you don't have money to have it right now, who cares? You'll have it if you understand. If you can visualize yourself in the Mercedes. It's black. It's got black leather material. It's got black leather, for instance. It got some chrome rims. You can picture yourself picking your buddies up, you know, and they're saying, hey, nice car, you know, I'll give him a ride. If you can picture all that already, it's already yours. The universe works in a weird way. It'll just move, and it'll get there. It doesn't mean that you're going to make all the money to earn it. It might be given to you or something, but somehow you'll end up with it. Now, I use the secret in my business to hit the ranks. And it's funny because in my business, I tell people, I'm going to hit this, and this time they're like, yeah, right. Boom, I hit it. Oh, my God. And next week, I'm going to hit this rank. Like, no, there's no way. Boom, I hit it again. And the next week, I'm going to hit this rank. They said, that's never been done from week to week to week. Like, watch. Hey, guys, I did it again. They're like, what the heck are you doing? Like, I'm watching The Secret. Well, guys, a simple tool you could use. It's free. The Secret, the movie. It's on YouTube. Watch it. It'll change your life from business to family, period, okay? You can use it to your advantage and disadvantage. I use it to my disadvantage because sometimes I want to get so upset at myself. You know what? Today I want to have a bad day. Today I don't want no calls. I don't want no sales. So I get no calls, no sales, no nothing. And then I'm so upset. I say, you know what? Now today I want 3, 4 signups, and I don't know where I'm going to get them at. All I know is I'm going to get them. I'm going to reach out to them, and they're going to come, and they come. So you have to know how to use it and when not to use it. So hopefully that helped you guys.
Power of positive thinking.
Yeah, man. You know, I love all these teachings out there nowadays, and so like one of the things I do, like I read the Bible all the time, and it's man, so much of that stuff is true. You know, Jesus said that as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. God has set some amazing laws into the spirit and the fabric of man, into the heart of man, and into the universe that, man, whatever you meditate on, you will attract, because as you think in your heart, that's what you will become. That's what you will go into. And so, yeah, man, it's powerful stuff. Powerful stuff.
So, guys, it's getting into an hour and a half. So here's what we got for you today, right? Why don't you go over the bonuses that you got?
Yeah, I'm just going to share my screen. I'm just going to show everybody what we're doing. All right. So tell me when you can see it. You can see my screen.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, cool. So guys, you're actually going to see this in action. We just talked about bonus stacking, and we decided to do this for you guys today. We put something together that I believe is going to be ridiculous. It's going to be very hard to resist this offer because of the value that I know it's had in my own life. All right. So we put something together specifically for you guys today. We have some bonuses that we want to give you if you decide to take action and work with us, all right, on whatever level you decide that you want to do that. We have 3 bonuses that we want to give you today, total of $1,991 in value. I believe it's a lot more than that, but I know it's that for sure. First bonus we want to give you is a Facebook ad bridge marketing case study. It's the one I talked about earlier, and it shows how I turned $333 in ad spend on Facebook into $700 in 1 week. Brand new funnel. Nobody knew who I was, the people that I was targeting, and I doubled my money in 1 week. And so I made a 44-minute case study video that takes you into my exact campaign. I literally, I didn't even have the Facebook fan page created when I went to do this campaign. I created the Facebook fan page, created the ad, created the image, set up the interest targeting, and I literally go in and show you everything in the 44-minute case study video. I show you even the people I'm targeting, my images, I mean everything. I show you the post on my fan page, and I show you how I did that whole thing. Okay, that's bonus number 1. Bonus number 2 is about a couple weeks after Bob and I had been in the company that we're in is called Vima. But after Bob and I had been in this company for a couple weeks and we had all these results, I started thinking to myself, and I was like, man, I know we've been marketing for a while, so we're just kind of used to doing things a certain way. But as I started to think, I realized that there was a very simple formula and strategy that Bob and I used to launch inside of Vima and to create all this buzz. And so I told Bob, I said, man, let's just get on a hangout. It was just me and him. We didn't do it publicly. I said, let's jump on a hangout and let's just lay out this strategy and this formula for our team, and let's give it to them so they know how to do this.
I think I got that idea.
Yeah. And so we got on a 26-minute call, and Bob and I just literally laid out the webinar process, how we set it up, how we got someone to come do the webinar for us, how we got people to the webinar, and then how we promoted the replay and the reason that it works so well. So we kind of go into the psychology of that, and we want to give that to you guys as well. That's bonus number 2.
Guys, that was literally over 100+ people. It says 97+ people there. We built a team of 100+ people pretty much using this method from scratch. Pretty awesome.
And now in under 90 days, I think we're at 500+ people in our organization. Okay, so this is a $497 value here, and then the third bonus that we're going to give you is compliments of Alonso. He is going to provide a 29-minute private training video that reveals a secret Facebook method that he used to get 30 friend requests in an hour. Guys, I watched this video, and it is genius, all right? You're not going to get in Facebook jail, impossible, with this method. And I actually had never heard this method before, honestly.
I didn't either.
I had never seen this before, and it's ridiculous. Alonso, do you have anything to say about that?
It works. If you have an hour of your time, you can sit in front of your computer, apply this, and you will get targeted people that are looking to make money or join a business, friend requesting you. You're never going to friend request them, they're going to friend request you.
Beautiful.
That's pretty much it. You have to go in there and see it.
Boom.
You're attracting them. That's awesome.
Now here's where this whole thing gets crazy, okay? Because in my opinion, I think the bonuses we put together here are way worth what we're getting ready to tell you about, okay?
Hold on. Wait.
Go ahead.
I just wanted you guys all to take a deep breath because it's getting crazy. Go ahead.
All right, so the way that this is going to get really crazy here, because first of all, you can take this content and you can go build whatever you want to go build. Go build your biz op. Go sell more products as an affiliate. Just go do your thing, man. Like go do it. But here's where this is going to get really, really crazy. Some of you are sitting there right now, like Bob said, and you might be like, okay, how do I create these bonuses? Do I need to go, do interviews and webinars and all this stuff? Here's what Bob and I are going to do. If you decide to lock arms with us and take action and work with us inside of Vima, then what's going to happen is we are going to give you the ability to give away this exact bonus package to whoever joins you in whatever it is that you're promoting, as long as you're working with us in Vima. Okay? So literally, we're going to give you this bonus package. So think about all the strategies that Alonso talked about, that Bob talked about. Maybe you're doing paid traffic, maybe you're not, but you're getting into conversations. Now you have a bonus package that you can use as leverage that hardly anybody else has, right? So you get someone that's on the fence, and you can say, hey, listen, if you decide to join by midnight tonight, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you access to, and then you can go through these bonuses with them, right? And now you can give away the same bonus package that Bob and I are giving away to get just crazy results. Okay? So, Bob, you want to go through what they need to do to get started with us and how they get access to this?
Well, first, this is a